Hello friends, are you traveling in a big group to Ladakh and wondering if Tempo Traveler will be better than getting multiple taxis for your trip? It is a very common confusion among the people who travel in a group size of more than 5 people. Ideally, with 5 people in the group, you can rent a taxi in Ladakh which is mostly SUVs and make a comfortable trip with 4 persons sitting in the back and 1 person sitting with the driver. However, the balance changes as soon as you have 6 or more people in the group. So today in this Express FAQ series on traveling to Ladakh, I'm going to talk about some of the key advantages and disadvantages of choosing a Tempo Traveler over a taxi. So let's get started. So friends, by now you understand the problem, right? That is, as soon as you have more than 5 people in your group, you cannot comfortably fit into one taxi. Of course, some people fit 6 to 7 people in SUVs as well, but I do not recommend it at all for a Ladakh trip, which means that firstly, you will be traveling for about 10 to 12 days to make some sense from your Ladakh trip, and secondly, that on each day of your trip, you will mostly be in the car on these long road trips. Hardly there will be any days when you spend less time on the roads. On an average, the time you will be on the road in the cars will be about 6 to 7 hours each day, if not more. It all depends upon what your itinerary is and how many days you have planned for your trip. Hence, it does not make any sense to cram 6 to 7 people in one taxi. Personally speaking, if I have to form a group for my Ladakh trip, I will not go beyond 4 people in an SUV and no more than 3 people in a small car. Well, I definitely agree that it reduces the share cost by a person, but if you do the math yourself, the savings by just one person will not be worth the comfort that you guys will get in return. Now that you know that you need something bigger than an SUV like a Tempo Traveler or a Winger, let us look at some of the pros and cons of choosing it over preferring multiple taxis for a larger group. Well, firstly, what goes in favor of Tempo Traveler is that if you have a large group and you all want to travel together, then nothing beats the enjoyment of traveling together with your whole gang, right? Having multiple taxis will mean that you need to split the group, which means that you have to split the fun, and above all, you need to better keep a track of each other. And guys, this latter part can be very challenging as phone signals will not be available in entire Ladakh and there is a limited connectivity over there. Tempo Traveler will allow you all to be under one roof and the entire group can enjoy each other's company. Secondly, what goes in favor of Tempo Travelers is that the cost of Tempo Travelers is just about 35% higher than the cost of taxis like Innova or Aria. Hence, because of a large group size, a Tempo Traveler will always be cheaper to travel when compared to 2 taxis in Ladakh. Now let us take an example, right? You have, let's suppose, 6 people in your group and you hire 2 taxis which will cost you about, let's say, 100,000 for the entire trip, having 50,000 each taxi. In this case, you end up paying about rupees 16,670 each. But if you hire a Tempo Traveler with the same set of 6 people, it will cost you rupees 67,500 and hence the cost of each person gets reduced to rupees 11,250. That is like saving of rupees 5,000 for each person that can easily be utilized in food cost or stay cost. Now let us talk about the advantages that you get when renting 2 taxis as compared to a Tempo Traveler. Well, my friends, when you travel by taxi in Ladakh, the first advantage that you get is the overall comfort while you are on the roads. Like I already said earlier in this video that you will be traveling for long hours on many days on your Ladakh trip. So being comfortable should be definitely on your priority list rather than not enjoying the trip because of lack of comfort. And guys, there is no doubt at all that cars like Innova will offer you much more comfortable ride than a Tempo Traveler. It is not only the seats that are comfortable in such cars, but also the overall suspension and the ride comfort is much better than a Tempo Traveler. And again, considering the long rough hours of drive on each day, such comfort goes a long way in making your Ladakh trip memorable. Now the second advantage of traveling by taxi in Ladakh is that you get much better speed of travel. At any given day, the travel by a tempo traveler will be slow in an overall average speed, while cars like Innova will be much faster to travel. Well, what all this means is that you spend less time on roads with better comfort too. And guys, please note that I'm talking speeds in comparison of taxi and tempo travelers only when traveling in Ladakh. The average speed of travel will be somewhere around 25 to 30 km per hour in these mountain regions. So friends, these were some advantages and disadvantages of traveling by a tempo traveler or taking the multiple taxis in Ladakh. In my next video of this series, I'm going to talk about the fuel availability in Ladakh region and where all you need to carry extra fuel on your Ladakh trip. So stay tuned my friends. Now in the end, if you found this video helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in case if you need any help or have any questions on your upcoming trip to the Himalayas, please feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out right away. Till then my friends, Jule and please keep our Himalayas clean.